Hey there and welcome to this video lesson where I teach you how to sing and play guitar at the same time. Singing and playing at the same time might be a little hard for beginners or even for some advanced guitar players. I still remember the time I had to learn how to sing and play lead guitar at the same time for my old band Cunning Mantrap because we never found a decent lead singer and we didn't want to waste years and years before we were able to play live shows. The secret to singing and playing at the same time is to first master one of the two before attempting to master the other, and since this is a guitar video, we will focus on mastering playing the guitar without having to think about what we play. This means making either the strumming patterns you play or later on the riffs and single notes become automatisms, because most of the time what you are singing rhythmically goes against what you will be playing and vice versa. So in order to be able to stop thinking about and just feel what you're playing, here are a few easy steps for you to follow along. Step number 1, pick a fairly easy to play song with a simple rhythm and a few chords. In this case, I chose Bob Dylan's original version of Knockin' on Heaven's Door, but with a little simplified rhythm that makes it easier to first count and eventually sing along with. One, two, and a 3, 4, and a 1, 2, and a 3, 4, and a 1, 2, and a 3, 4, and a 1, 2, and a 3, 4, and a 1. If you haven't already learned how to count along with what you play and what quarter, eighth, and 16th notes mean, please watch the videos from my rhythm guitar playlist, which is now linked above and also in the video description. Then come back to this because it's essential to fully understand and be able to count along with what you're playing in order to then, in the next step, make these things become automatisms. You can simply just start playing one chord and count along to the rhythm just like I did before. After that, you then try playing the whole song. First do this without a metronome and a free tempo, and once you're comfortable with it, turn on a metronome. This song is played with approximately 70 BPM. I'll now play this song with a 70 BPM metronome and also count along to it. 3, 4, 1, 2, and a 3, 4, and a 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 1. As you've probably noticed, I closed my eyes during when I've played, and this would be the next step for you as well. Now all these things, the counting along to what you're playing, not looking at your hands anymore, and then being able to do all this with a metronome will prepare you for what's to come next, and this is the hardest step. What you should do now is either take a book or a magazine and practice reading while playing at the same time without counting, but still with a metronome on. It's also important that you remember what you have read, since this is a sign that your playing has become an automatism. So you should do the reading part quietly first and just try doing all these things at the same time. This step alone can be very hard to master and might take you a couple of days or even maybe a week at first, but it will get easier from time to time. It's kind of like when you first started playing guitar and were still struggling with fretting open chords, changing them, and playing a rhythm at the same time. Because you've practiced all this over and over again, it eventually became like second nature. Once you are able to read and play at the same time while having a metronome on and also remember what you've been reading, the next step is reading out aloud while doing all of the above. I will now read out a short passage from this old guitar magazine here, while also playing Knockin' on Heaven's Door with 70 BPM. Marshall's love of music came to the fore when he was aged 14. His talent for singing was discovered by band leader Charles Holmes at a parents' night at the tap dancing school Jim had been attending to build strength in his legs after so long in plaster. Applying the seemingly effortless natural talent that Jim brought to nearly everything he tried, he rapidly found himself fronting marathon big band orchestra engagements most nights. This may be one of the hardest steps in the process, but once you are able to do it, singing won't be a problem anymore. If you are still struggling with changing 2 or more chords, just go back a couple of steps and try doing this with just one chord. You can also try just speaking while you're playing. Anything that helps you automate your rhythm guitar playing will eventually work, trust me. Of course, if you are also just starting to become a singer, you should always do your vocal exercises, learn how to sing scales and how to hit the right notes. Once you're there with your voice and your guitar, it'll be very easy to merge these two with this simple exercise. This is what it'll eventually sound like if I'll sing this song. This video will get demonetized, so I'll do this here instead. That's it for today. And that's it for this video. I hope you had fun learning this exercise. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I'm also curious to hear about your progress, so feel free to leave a comment underneath. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye.